We are going to be talking about the Auburn versus Oregon national championship matchup, and this is going to be mainly focused on the offensive-defensive line. So to start off, let's start off with the Auburn Tigers offensive line. And at one tackle position, Jeff Zimba, 6'8", 319. Pretty good size, physical player, decently quick. And at the other position, we have Brandon Mosley, 6'6", 299. Very quick offensive tackle. At the two guard positions, Byron Isom, 302 pounds, and Mike Berry, 316 pounds. And their center, Ryan Pugh, which is 297 pounds. So the whole offensive line that Auburn has is all 300 pounds or better, and a very physical offensive line, and normally for the most part gives Cameron Newton more than enough time what he needs to do. And lining up on the other side of the ball for Oregon on their defensive line, very small defensive line. I didn't think they were as small until I actually looked at it on paper, and I'll give them credit. They're very fast defense, very fast. Maybe a little underrated, but at the same time, I feel like they lack the size and toughness to put pressure on Cameron Newton. And their two defensive end positions, one of their defensive ends is 248 pounds, and their other defensive end is 230 pounds. And their two backups at that position are 215 and 230 pounds. And I just feel like for them to be able to put pressure, regardless of how fast they are, Auburn is very physical on that offensive line, and I really feel that regardless of how fast they are, they do not have the physicality and size to penetrate Auburn's offensive line. Now this is where I really notice a huge problem is at the defensive tackle position. Brandon Bear and Zach Clark from Oregon are 250 pounds and 256 pounds. This is very undersized for the defensive tackle position, and this is a trend that you're going to see in the Pac-10. If you look at the SEC, hands down, you're going to see 285 or better at the defensive tackle position, which is necessary for a successful defensive line. And I think Oregon's really going to struggle stopping the run and Cameron Newton and his pass, and him making plays and making the big plays that he's made all season. So definitely I think we're going to see some huge problems with that side of the ball. And on to Oregon's offensive line. And once again, we see a lot of problems here. At the two offensive tackle positions, 295 pounds and 290 pounds. Decent size. I definitely think they could be a little bit bigger. They are very fast. I see a problem at one of the offensive guard positions, weighing at 285 pounds, Carson York. And then once again, the center is 285 pounds. So like I said, this is something you're going to see in the Pac-10 as far as recruiting, and it's not as good as the SEC. And I'm a Michigan State fan from the Big Ten, and so I have no bias to the SEC here. I'm not a very big fan of the SEC, but I'm just looking at the facts of everything. And this is where you're going to see the most problem in this game. This defensive line for Auburn is very well sized and should cause a lot of problems. At the defensive tackle position for Auburn, Nick Fairley, which is one of the best defensive tackles in college football right now, is 6'5", 298 pounds. At the other position, Zach Clayton, also another good tackle, is 296 pounds. At their two defensive end positions, both defensive ends for Auburn weigh at about 260 pounds. And that's pretty good size and Antoine Carter is very fast. And I think that we could possibly see this scenario in the national championship game of Auburn's defensive line terrorizing that backfield of Oregon. If that offensive line for Oregon can't hold up, I just can't see LaMichael James and Nate Thomas doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Darren Thomas. But, you know, I'm not too impressed with this Oregon team because I really haven't seen them play anybody too excellent of a team. And it kind of reminds me of the year when Dennis Dixon and Pat White were at West Virginia and Oregon. And they were hyped on the spread offense and speed, and both of them got hurt. And this Oregon team is not too much different from that year. So, you know, I really think that people need to look at the size and athletes on each side of the ball. And once you look at it, I'm just afraid that it's not going to be as good as a game as people think. And I really don't think the Pac-10 should get as much respect as they do. So, well, you know, I'm open to any questions and comments, and this will be my second video on the national championship. So I hope you guys can see some of the things I saw, and hope you make the right bet.